Have you ever walked past an old, abandoned mansion and felt a shiver run down your spine? What if I told you some of those feelings aren't just your imagination? Tonight, we're unlocking the doors to a house so notorious, even the bravest tourists won't step foot inside after dark. This isn't just another haunted house story. This is a tale of a place seemingly frozen in time, holding secrets that refuse to be forgotten. Welcome, everyone, to a journey into the heart of one of the most chilling locations we've ever explored. For over a century, this grand old mansion has stood on the edge of town, a silent witness to history. But it's not the architecture that draws whispers, it's the stories. Locals speak of strange lights in the windows, eerie music drifting on the wind, and a feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. They call it the House of Whispers, and tonight, we're going to find out why. Stick around, because the stories that have seeped into these walls are more terrifying than any ghost hunt you've ever seen. Our story begins in the late 1800s, when a wealthy but reclusive industrialist, Mr. Alistair Blackwood, built this mansion for his family. On the surface, they were the picture of high society, but behind closed doors, tragedy was a constant guest. The first and most famous story is that of Blackwood's youngest daughter, Eleanor, a gifted pianist. She was the light of the family, but one winter, she fell gravely ill. Her music, which once filled the halls with joy, slowly faded into silence. They say on the night she passed, the grand piano in the ballroom played her favorite melody on its own, a sorrowful tune that some claim to hear to this day. Visitors who dared to enter the ballroom have reported the keys depressing by themselves, playing a phantom tune that chills you to the bone. The mansion's dark history didn't end there. After the Blackwood family vanished from public life, the house was sold, but no one ever stayed for long. In the 1920s, a new family moved in, hoping for a fresh start. They had a young son, a mischievous boy named Thomas. He loved to play hide and seek and discover all the mansion's secret passages. One afternoon, during a game, he hid in a large, antique wardrobe in the master bedroom. His parents searched for hours, their calls growing more desperate. They never found him. The official story was that he ran away, but the legend says something else. The legend says the mansion took him. To this day, people who've spent the night in that room report hearing a child's faint giggles, followed by a soft, desperate knocking from inside the wardrobe, as if a little boy is still trying to get out. But perhaps the most unsettling tale is that of the final resident, a skeptical writer who moved in during the 1970s. He wanted to debunk the myths surrounding the mansion and write a book about it. He documented his experiences in a journal, at first mocking the local superstitions. His early entries are filled with sarcastic remarks about creaky floorboards and the wind howling outside. But his tone quickly changes. He starts writing about disembodied whispers that seem to know his name, of seeing shadowy figures moving just at the edge of his vision. His last journal entry is a frantic, barely legible scrawl. They are not ghosts. They are the house, and the house is hungry. He disappeared without a trace, leaving only his journal behind. No one has dared to live in the mansion since. What is it about this place that seems to breed such sorrow and fear? Is it a confluence of tragic events, or is there something more sinister woven into the very fabric of the building? Some paranormal investigators believe the mansion was built on land with a dark history, long before Blackwood ever laid the first stone. Others suggest that the sheer emotional weight of the tragedies that occurred within its walls created a powerful, residual haunting, an endless loop of pain and sorrow. The house isn't just haunted by spirits, it's haunted by memories. Every creak, every cold spot, every whisper is an echo of a past that cannot rest. It's a place where the veil between our world and whatever lies beyond is terrifyingly thin. Now, we've shared the legends, but what have modern-day explorers found? Several urban exploration groups have ventured inside, armed with cameras and EVP recorders. Their findings are consistently unnerving. On audio recordings, You can clearly hear faint whispers responding to their questions, sometimes even using the explorers' own names. Thermal cameras have captured inexplicable cold spots that move on their own, often taking on a vaguely human shape before dissipating. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence is a photograph taken in the main hallway. In the background, reflected in a dusty, old mirror, is the clear image of a woman in a Victorian-era dress, staring right back at the camera. The exploration team swore they were the only ones in the house. Another team tried to document the music room, hoping to capture the phantom piano. For hours, there was nothing but silence. Just as they were about to pack up, a single, mournful C-sharp key was played, resonating through the entire mansion. Their equipment recorded the sound, and analysis showed it had no discernible origin point. The sound simply existed in the room. They fled immediately, reporting an overwhelming sense of sadness that felt so heavy it was hard to breathe. These aren't just campfire stories anymore. They're documented phenomena that defy logical explanation. The evidence suggests that something is truly there, something that watches, listens, and occasionally interacts. So why do tourists fear this place? It's not just about seeing a ghost. It's about what the house makes you feel. Visitors who get too close, even just standing by the front gate, report a sudden, crushing wave of despair and hopelessness. They talk about feeling an intense, irrational fear, a primal instinct telling them to run and never look back. It's as if the house itself projects its misery outward. It's a psychological assault as much as a paranormal one. The stories aren't just what happened in the house. They are what the house does to you. It's a place that doesn't just have a cursed history. It feels like it actively curses those who come near it. Is it possible that a building can absorb the pain of its inhabitants and become a malevolent entity? In its own right, a place so saturated with tragedy that it develops a consciousness of its own. The stories from the Blackwood Mansion certainly make you wonder. From a grieving pianist to a lost little boy and a writer who vanished, the house has collected tragedies like a museum of sorrow. The real horror isn't just seeing a ghost. It's the idea that the house itself might be the monster. It's a living, breathing testament to the darkness that can linger long after people are gone. What do you think? Is this old mansion just a collection of tragic coincidences and spooky stories? Or is there truly a dark force at play within its decaying walls? Let me know your theories down in the comments. Have you ever experienced something you couldn't explain in an old building? I'd love to read your stories. Thank you for joining me on this chilling journey into the cursed history of the Blackwood Mansion. If you enjoy diving into the world's most mysterious and haunted places, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next unsettling adventure. Stay curious, stay safe, and until next time, try not to listen too closely to the whispers in the dark.